Hey YouTubers, it's Vince Romano 26 here, and I'm coming to you today with a thrift store and flea market haul for the week of August 31st through the 5th of September 2015. Not a very big haul for this past week. I thought I would have a lot more to show you guys, but I did do a lot more research when I'm thrifting now because I don't want to be wasting money on things that are not worth putting on eBay. And flea market was really not all that great. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't find very much at all. But I did find some things to keep for myself and things that I'm gonna be selling online, and some things I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with. So I guess I'll start with the thrift store items. My schedule for the semester is really weird. My first class is at 12 o'clock and I get out at 12:50. Then I have like an hour to kill, so I go to the thrift store then. And then I have a class from 2:15 to 3:30, and then I come home if I have the time, and then I go right to work. So, you gotta find some time to go thrifting, right? So I think the very first thing that I'll show you guys is this piece right here. This is a 1980 Pink Panther hand puppet. And what's funny is I saw this price on here. If you can see that. And if you guys hear a chainsaw in the background, I apologize. We are actually renovating our foyer. We're putting our new floor in. Anyway, this said $8 on it. I was like, if it's $8, I'm gonna pass. And then there was another ticket on here, and it was right here. If I can get it, and it said $1. So I said if it was $1, I'll take it. And he said, yeah. So, and you guys know that I get 25% off everything because I'm a college student. And I apologize if I sound stuffy. I wake up all the time with a stuffy nose. So I got him for 75 cents. He's probably worth $7 or $8. During the holidays, I'll probably list him. And with my next item, I want to give a shout out to Heather from the Paper Castle because I found my very first cross stitch to buy to resell. This one is from 1984 by the Creative Circle. And it is the King of Angels bell pull. And I got it for $3.50, as you can see right there, but I'm not gonna lie, my math is really bad. So half of $3.50, I don't know what it is. I'm really bad with math, guys. I just know I got it cheaper than $3.50. Don't know what that one will bring. I'll have to look that one up just to see if it sells for a good number, because if it does, I'm probably gonna list this at Christmas time. Alright, and I got this pack of cards from the 50s, Stardust plastic-coated playing cards for about 37 cents, because half of 25 is $12.50, so. And then if you guys want to see what they look like, it's just a scenic background, you know, with the mountains and everything, and that's what the card looks like. And it doesn't have a year, but it just looks like it's from the 50s, just judging by the style and everything like that, so those were neat. I'm going to keep those. I'm probably going to put those in my jar of old stuff, small stuff. This was also 37 cents. It's a Saturday Night Mood 45. The only reason that I bought it was because I thought the colors were really cool. And as you guys know, I really like not 70s, but I mean, I like the blues and the greens. And so this really just caught my eye, and for 37 cents, I wasn't going to pass it up. Specifically because, you know, the art is really cool. It has that 50s... late 50s, early 60s vibe to it. And this was something I had never ever seen before. In a way, I feel like it's kind of like a Newton ball. It has a magnet in it, and it's a guy on a unicycle. And you go back and forth, and there's a magnet in it, so it does all kinds of neat little tricks. It's made by Otagayari, made in 1979. I think I'm going to put that on my knick-knack shelf. That was a whopping 75 cents. I'm going to clean it up a little bit because it is kind of dirty, but I thought it was just really neat. Next piece is a book from 1956 called Caleb Pettingill, USN, and its author is George Fielding Eliot. It's a book based on the Civil War, but it was made in 1956. Kind of, I think, around the time that Liz Taylor's movie Raintree County came out. So that was a good find. That was 75 cents. This was a really neat find. This is from 1954. It's the American Woman's New Encyclopedia of Home Decorating. It's missing the cover to it, but that's okay. That cost me 75 cents, I think, yeah. And it's neat. It's a whole encyclopedia of just how people decorated back then. It was really, really neat. I couldn't pass that up, and especially because it's from 1954. Alright, before I get to this right here, I'll get to this. This is a pack of, does that say Kabar on it? Calabar or something like that, sunglasses. For those of you who watched an antique store haul that I did back in January, I found a pair of Ray-Bans. I don't know if the glasses are actually Ray-Bans or if these are, for that pair anyway. So what I'm going to do is, they were in that case, so I assume that they were Ray-Bans. Those were a whopping 75 cents, and they come with the case, but the case is beat to shit. So I was like, okay, I'll just get those, because they'll probably be worth something, because people collect old sunglasses, and people collect anything nowadays that's vintage. Okay, I got this really, really neat looking tin. It was also marked $3.50. I didn't know... Whoa. I opened it up, I didn't see the word buttons on it. But I got it for 25% off of $3.50. I liked the graphics on it because it looked like it was from the 50s, 40s or 50s. So that was really, really neat. So I'm going to hold on to this. I'm not going to Etsy it or eBay it because I know tins are not worth it. And I usually don't buy tins, vintage or not, but I just like the graphics on this one. And I got all these buttons right here. And I know Jen, if you're watching, aka the Pudgy Picker, I know you guys love vintage buttons. I think this is a mixture of modern and old buttons. We've got, I don't know if that's from the 80s or not, but we've got, like, buttons from Loft, Kate Hill, and stuff like that. Yeah, here's Loft. So I don't know how old these buttons are, but I'm figuring what I'm going to do is I'm going to let my mom pick through them, get some of the ones that she wants out of here, because she said she's been wanting buttons for her projects. And then... there's a bunch of them in here, so she'll find something. And then the rest I'm probably just going to put on eBay and sell as a lot, just to, because I know people love using buttons for projects. So that cost me a whopping $3.50 minus 25%. If you guys can do the math, I don't have a calculator with me. So that was everything from the thrift store for this past week. I did manage to get something on eBay as well. It's just a bunch of old keys. The main reason I wanted it was because of the skeleton key right here. I love these old keys. They're so cool. So this cost me a whopping $4. That's just going to go in my jar with all my small old stuff. I like the idea of old keys anyway, especially if they are ornate and unique. So that's all for the eBay and the thrift store. Now if we move over to the flea market stuff, I only got 4 vintage things yesterday. And I splurged. I spent 40 on the things that you... are gonna see, but I'll explain that later. Okay, so the very, very first thing I found in, like, the third row of the flea market was this picture, I think it's of San Francisco or something. I would date it to probably the 1950s, or maybe even early 60s. The reason that I bought it was because of the colors. I love the blues and the just the mixtures of color, the yellow and the greens and everything. I absolutely love this. I only paid $2 for it. It does have some issues, like, it's some of the pictures coming off here, but, for the most part, it's in good shape, and it was the only one of the 3 that the woman had that was unique looking to me. So when she quoted me the $2 price, I was not going to argue with that. Excuse me. So yeah, that was that. Then if we come over to this piece right here, this was the oldest thing I bought yesterday. It's from probably the Victorian era, which I would say 1890s to the 20s. Paid $5 for that, and the frame is in beautiful condition. Like, it's not chipped, cracked, no paint's missing off of it or anything. And the way you can tell that this is old, I mean, look at the back of this. Like, we don't do stuff like that anymore. Sorry, guys, let me focus on that for you. There we go, see? That's awesome, isn't it? I'm going to open up the frame just to see if there's anything interesting on the back of it. But I don't know what I'm going to do with it afterwards. If my mom wants the frame, I'll let her have the frame. And I'll just make money on some other stuff. Okay, so here's where I have spent the most money. I bought these 2 lamps yesterday, and I was really, really undecided about this. Because I only wanted the lamps for this, the specific piece of it. So she quoted me $5 for this really ugly silver one. So I was like, okay, I'll take the one for $5. And then she said, I asked how much this one was with the really hideous 70s floral globe on it. She said $20. And I said, oh, that's a lot for a lamp, and I only need it for the one part, the cord. So, I said, you know what, I've been looking for black lamp cords for a long time, so I just said, I'm just going to splurge, buy the lamps for 20, I think it was $25, and then I'm just going to sell the globe for $8 or $10, take the parts off of the lamp that I want, and then I'm going to go take them to the dump and then scrap them. See if I make any money that way. And what's really nice about these two lamps, and I apologize, I should have had them the way they were originally. These cords match each other, which is freaking awesome. You can see they match right there. So that's awesome, because you guys know that at that one estate sale we went to last summer, I bought those 50s mid-century modern lamps. They had the square fiberglass shades, two-tiered. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll link that in a card up above. So if you guys want to check that out, go ahead and click that. And then, so I finally found matching cords. I was really, really happy about that, but I wasn't happy about spending $20. A part of me is regretting it, but another part of me says, hey, you know what? If you wanted to take them to the dump and scrap them, take a chance. They might give you something for it. And if they give me even $12 and I sell the globe for $8 or $10, I'll still make my money back, and just a little bit of profit. If I make $1 or $2 profit, I'll still be happy. So yeah, that's my very, very small haul for you guys. If you haven't already done so, please remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and leave a comment down below. And if you guys see anything in the resale department that you guys are interested in, be it the buttons, or be it the really ugly lamps, or even this 70s globe, just leave a comment down below. Or if you guys are really, really interested, you guys can head to my homepage and click on the email tab, or I think it's an email tab or something like that, and then you can gain access to my personal email by entering a security code, and then just shoot me an email saying, hey, this is so-and-so from YouTube, my YouTube name is so-and-so, blah, 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 and I'm interested in whatever. So yeah, again, that's my small haul, again, and I appreciate all of my new subscribers, and thank you all for watching.